This is the time of year where teams start to really separate themselves. And DG mentioned that middle of the ACC right now, where Cal is almost starting to emerge out of that and may have some opportunities later on in the season that are few and far between because they've gone through the tougher part of their schedule. It really only lurks with the SMU game and maybe the Clemson game ahead of them if they can sneak in. But you have separation even in our league here too, right? The Blue Devils clearly like playing like the adult in the room, and everyone else, a bunch of kids running around, seeing if they can figure it out. There's a big middle, and then you have this kind of bottom right now where, and we'll get into this later about NC State. NC State has feasted sans Georgia Tech. So there's a lot to be said about how this league is shaping up and who's going to come out of that middle. The teams that don't turn it over well, and yes, I'm talking to you over there in Chapel Hill, 4-2 in the last two games. They're going to win games at home or on the road. If you can defend, rebound, don't turn over, you're going to win. And then obviously the analytics support that. And what really stands out, and sometimes you have an outlier in this statistic because your defense can be so abysmal. But the best offensive teams in the A right now are lining up with the best records in the league. So it's becoming an aesthetically pleasing league the more that it goes forward. The question is, will it be enough to travel when the committee gets together and when the aesthetics go out the window and they try to really figure out which teams can win in March and deserve to be in the tournament? Possessions are important, and the league is shaping itself up to be who's mature and who's not. And you have a lot of challenges coming up here in the next 2 weeks that'll really define what that middle really is.